Now let's create this first blog post, but before getting into the code, let's do some planning about how we can create the grid system here. And in the second row there are 3 items, and at the third row there are 2 items, so all we need is 3 row inside and grid. And for the first item here, we can give this the entire 3 columns. For the second row, each item will take 1 column, and for the third row, the first item will take 2 column and the last one will be taking 1 column. Now it will be for the larger display, but for the medium display we can make the columns 2 columns, for a smaller 1 column, but we will be making this template responsive later, but let's just now focus on the larger display. So how we can make this? We actually use the flexbox and make the image left aligned and the entire text right aligned. So let's get into this. So this should be inside our container div, but after this heading stuff. But before that, we haven't given this description text any font. So we have created this body font. This body font or Lato will be applied on each of the font except this title font, right? So we can apply the class body on the body, whole body. So if we don't specify any text or any element with the class of font title, it will get the font body here. So it will save us some time. Let's do that. Class font body. Let's save, and now it should change, and I think it is Lato now. Okay, now let's move on to the next section, and this is our main section. So I'm going to create a new section with the class of main. It is not an Tailwind CSS class, but we may need it later for other purposes. So now we need to create some grid inside the main section. So let's give it a class of grid, and we need to create some columns. So for larger display it will be columns 3. So grid dash columns 3. We will also need to create some gap here, but we are going to do that later. Now inside it we need to create another div. So the first item here will be taking the entire 3 columns that we have created. So we need to give it a span, right? So it will be column dash span and 3. So we need to put an hover effect on this entire thing. So if we click on any part of this card, it will take us to the full blog post. So we can put it inside an anchor tag. Let's do that, anchor tag, and let's add some classes with it. Let's give it a border, and border gray on 100. It will be slightly grayish color. It will give it a subtle border, and then let's give it a flex. So it will be a flex box, and in this case the border is rounded, so we can use a rounded class. Also we need to apply some hover effect. So let's do the rounded, and I'm going to give it a value of 3xl. We can put it a hash to make it blank for now, and inside it we are going to put all the contents. So at first there will be an image, and there will be another div which will contain the text. So as you can see here, the image is taking half of the white and the text is taking half of the white. So we can give this some white. So let's create a div with the class of white. It will be w-half. So it will take the half white of the inner box here. So let's put the image inside it. So the images are inside the image folder. Okay, this is our image. Now we need to put the text in here, but as you can see here, this is showing the sharp border because we haven't given this image a border radius. So we can solve this issue by giving the anchor tag, which is the parent element of this image. We can give this a class of overflow hidden. So the corners here, which is overflowing the container box, will be hidden. Now it is taking the border radius. Now we can add our text in here. For that I am going to create another div with the class of same, which will be height half. Let's do that. Let's create a div with the class of height half. Now let's give it some padding at all direction of 7. Now we need to put our text inside it. So first thing we need to add is this little pill here. So it has a background color, some padding at the x and the y direction, and the color of the text is the secondary color. Yes, the secondary color, and it also has some rounded border radius. So let's do that. Let's create a div. We can also use p. Is okay. Now let's get some padding in the x direction of 3 and padding y is on. Also it has a background color of our BG. We need to give it a border radius. It will be rounded, and text has a color of secondary, and let's make the text smaller, so extra small. Now the text is featured, but it is taking the interoid because it is a block level element. We can make this inline by just giving it a class of inline. Okay, now it should be inline. Okay, it's great. Now let's move on to the next thing here, which is this title. We can just copy this. Okay, I have copied this. Now we need to put it inside an h2. We also need to give it some classes. We are going to do that later. Let's paste it. Now let's get into the classes. So it is bold, so font bold. It is also have a class of text primary, which is the blackish color. Let's give it a size of text 2XL, and the font is the font title. I think it will work for now. Okay, we also need to give it some padding at the top and the bottom. Let's do that. Padding I of 3. Okay, now this is looking good. The title spelling is wrong. Now you should get the font title, and it is. Now we need to add some hover effect with it, and when we hover on that, it will take this bluish color, which is the color secondary. So let's add that hover text secondary, but we also need to add some transition with it. Let's do that, transition, and also we need to add a duration. Let's give it a value of 0.2 second, which is the duration 200. Okay, now it looks great. Now let's add the paragraph text here, which is this one. We can also copy this. So I'm going to put it inside an paragraph tag. Let's also give it a class of text general, because it has this color of the general, this one here. And also let's give it a padding bottom of 5. We can now paste it inside it. So now we have our paragraph text. Now we need to create our this author thing here. So it has an image which has rounded corners. It is completely rounded, so we can use an flex to do this. Image will be left aligned and all the text will be right aligned. So let's do that. And I'm going to create a div with the class of flex. Let's put the items in the center, so it will be align item center. To apply that, we need to use a class of Tailwind CSS, which is items center. Now let's get the image first. Image author, yes, author on, but we also need to make it rounded, and we also need to give him some height and weight, otherwise it will be very large like that. We don't want that, but create some class and put it inside it. Now it is rounded, but sorry, it is a square shape. Now we need to make it rounded, so it will be rounded hyphen full. It will give a border radius of 99%, sorry, 50% maybe. Now it is rounded. Now we can add our text. Let's do that. Let's put it inside a div, and let's put an h6 tag. The text is extra small, so we can use text extra small XS. The text has a color of text primary. It is extra small. Text primary, and we need to also make the font bold. Okay, now we need to put the text here. Now we need to add the subtitle or this description here. It has this general text color and it is not bold. Let's use an paragraph tag, and we need to add some classes. Text extra small and text with the color of general. Okay, now I think we are done. We need to give him some padding at the left side, so it should have some gap between the image and the text. So let's put it with the div of padding left 3. I think it will be fine. Okay, now we have designed our first blog post successfully, but we need to apply some hover effect with the entire box. Let's do that. So this is our box here, or the anchor tag. We can apply that effect with this anchor tag. So what do you need? When you hover on that, it will have some shadow, right? Let's do that. Hover shadow, and it is such a big box, so we can use shadow excel. I think it will be okay. Now we need to apply some transition and also some duration. Transition duration of, let's apply 500, and now it has this hover effect. We cannot see the lower border because it doesn't have any gaps. So let's apply some padding bottom for now. Sorry, it will be margin bottom, not padding bottom. Okay, now we can see the hover effect and it is looking great. So let's move on to the next blog post, or this second row here. It has 3 elements, but before that, let's remove the margin bottom because we don't need that. We are going to use the gaps to do that for us. So see you in the next video.